I hate that I feel as weird and nervous about
One life.
this. Huh?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the game show. Tuesday couldn't be here. I am an influencer. I'm a social media influencer. I am here at my ski lodge in Aspen, Colorado, influencing everything. So we'd like to bring up our contestants for the evening. Our co-producer of Freak Show this evening. He's also very influential himself. He is the CEO of Wayfair, so if you need a $1 million cabinet sent to you, contact him after the show. That's here for Cyrus Datable. Cyrus, hello.
Hello, I just want to let everyone know that the allegations that we are a child trafficking organization is false. There's no reason to look them up. There's no need to Google child fair.
All right, I don't want this to get shut down. Let's move on. Let's move on. We're not going to get shut down. We have, oh my God, from the rock and roll heaven himself, the one, the only. I think I just influenced a furball to come up from my stomach. I'm sorry. Let's head for Earl Grey, everybody. Or Earl Grey's butt. I don't know what that was about as he turned around. Say hello, Earl.
Hi, how y'all doing tonight?
All right, we also have the one, the only. I think she just woke up from a drunken COVID stupor. Let's have for Tiffy Twister, everybody.
Hello.
I think she's lifting her memories. It's weightlifting. We have to keep in shape because we are influencers. We influence the world. All right, everybody. So if you don't know what we do, we play Trivial Pursuit X. Okay, I read off a question. Our little people here, they answer it. Then you at home, you will have a chance to answer. Yes, you will. You'll have a chance to answer this. And we'll give a prize at the end of the evening for the funniest, the most wonderful, stupendous answer. But let's get into this, okay? Let me see. Oh, here. In the medieval times where there was no influencers, and I don't know how they got along without people like me that couldn't be influenced, in this medieval times, what was a Spanish donkey? Earl Grey, a Spanish donkey. What would you say that would be?
Spanish donkey. That sounds a lot like my father, but I don't think that's where this game is going. You know, I think I've heard donkeys and horses called mares, but that's about as far as I go.
Okay, so his father was a mayor. Okay, so it was Mayor Grey. Is that Mayor M-A-Y-O-R? Is that what?
Sure, you might be spelling the French, but sounds close enough.
Okay, I do influence a lot of people. I'm an influencer. All right, Nina, Tiffy Twister, what is your answer for this?
So I think it's like a Spanish fly, but because they used poop for everything in the Middle Ages, just everything. Like, you got to burn on your hand, let's use some poop on it. I think it's donkey poop, and they made it like a Spanish fly, but it's Spanish donkey.
Spanish donkey stood for donkey poop, and it was used kind of like the Greeks do for Windex. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, they use poop for everything, but this one specifically is how they use Spanish fly, but they use poop for it instead.
Oh, for sexual arousal.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yum.
I see. Okay, Mr. Wayfair delivery person, what is your...
Before I answer the question, I'd like to say there's no reason to Google Ghislaine Maxwell picture with the COO of Wayfair. It's a coincidence. There's no reason to Google that. Don't look into it.
All right. Then. Do you have
second-
Spanish donkeys for sale on your site?
They are available when you purchase a cabinet for $20,000.
And what would they be?
A bonus thing. And I believe a Spanish donkey, you would call those pendejos. I believe they're called pendejos.
Pendejo. Okay, I'm an influencer. I don't think I've influenced anybody to the right answer, but I don't know because I don't check until the end. Let's hear from who do we have watching, and does anybody introduce our studio audience, Cyrus, and then read out the answers, please.
So Ambrosia mentioned that it was a medieval name for a quesadilla with donkey meat. Roxy is a big fan of yours, Tiffy, and she's saying titties for days and hatchet face makeup.
Thank you for getting it.
Yeah. Sarah, Sarah Zabeski, great fan. She says, wasn't that at least one Pope? Tracy Casilla, also super fan, says a medieval dildo. And Ambrosia Minge says you have a little something above your lip, Tiffy. She's a good friend, looking out for you.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah, I think that's what you mean.
Is it
Do you have a bat in the cave?
right there? Did I get it?
Yeah, I think you got it. I think it looks very good now.
Or is it?
I noticed Noah Jones, like Tuesday's nephew. Noah's watching. So hello, Noah. Hello, Tony. Tony's watching. So in medieval times, a Spanish donkey was a torture device, which technically Tiffy could be correct. If I had to eat poop to get sexually aroused, that might be considered a torture device at the same time. Do you sell any of those torture devices for the children? For the adults out there on Wayfair?
No, I think those are on adamandeve.com. If you use the promo code Freak Show, half off all Spanish donkeys.
AdamandSteve.com, is that what you said?
Adamandeve.com. Yeah. Are you in Machu Picchu now? You just
I am an influencer. I travel the world. If you had my job, you would have the money to be able to go anywhere. And now I am at the mystical Shirley MacLaine has teleported me here to
It's
Machu
every guy's
Picchu.
Tinder picture on top of Machu Picchu.
Do men use Machu Picchu to pick up women?
Apparently, I don't think it works though.
Yeah. Are you gonna have tiger photos next? Is that what's next to you?
Yeah. Baby tigers. It's gotta be baby tigers.
Baby tigers. So what's superstitious? I'm sorry, it said influencing that a cat furball again. What superstitious reason would somebody from Greece spit upon you? What reason would somebody who comes from the Greek islands go upon you? Mr. Wayfair, what do you think?
I'd say it was because if you had like a if you got a bad dose of olive oil, it's a cure for drinking bad olive oil.
I think I'm getting a little vertigo from the top of the mountains. But Tiffy, what say you, non-influencer?
There could be so many reasons, and I can't think of one except that I really want to know what it is because now I want to go to Greece and do this because I kind of want to get spit on.
So a fetish is superstition? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, flights to Greece are super cheap right now, Tiffany. You get a great deal.
If they'll take my passport because I'm an idiot American.
Yeah, they won't take your passport.
I'll take more than that.
What say you there, Mr. Gray?
I think I've been spit on by a couple Grecian women, and I would like to go with a good old classic "fuck you."
So that's the reason they want to fuck you, or they're just saying "fuck you"?
I've had a couple people ask me to spit on them, but I think they're trying to tell me that I should go fuck myself.
Okay, so go masturbate, which I never quite understood when somebody said go fuck yourself, why that was a bad thing. I mean, I know all my buttons. Why would that be a bad thing?
They must not be very good at their job. That's all I'm saying.
I do not understand why that would be bad. I know which ones work and which ones don't, so... All right. Just like being a cocksucker. Why is that a bad thing? You go with what you know. Okay. All right. What about people out there in TV land? Is there anybody playing along?
Oh, yes. We got a lot of answers on this one. So Tony says, it's the same as Italian country people. I know the answer, but don't want to spoil it. BTHMC. I'll leave you guys.
No, I think he's gone insane again.
So Tracy says to ward away the evil eye, or if your bulge in your robe is too big. How big is too big? That's the real question I want to know.
If your what is too big?
The bulge in your pants is too big.
Preposterous!
Yeah. Amber Minge, the superstition of dry anal sex being no fun.
No, that would be, you would need some spit for that.
Yeah, the Greeks invented butt stuff. That was their thing. And then the final one, Roxy, good fortune.
Good fortune, huh? Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Usually, if you get spit on, your fortune's maybe sometimes it's good. It depends. I guess the spit depends on the spitter. I guess.
I'm having problems here. Oh, here it is. It's the color green. Okay, let me go. To keep you safe from evil.
All right.
So I think that one went to Tracy. Sarah doesn't want a bad orgy. I wouldn't want a bad organ either, Sarah.
It's tough to find good organs these days.
Yes, I know. I go out hunting. I get offered all the time fresh organs because I'm an influencer. They give me things to talk about, to push. And I have this company in China offering me free organs. I don't know what to say about them because nobody wants them now. Anybody out there want Chinese organs?
Have you tried selling those organs? Put them inside cabinets and sell them for $20,000 a pop? I don't know anything about that, but I've heard people do that and they make money.
Are they child-sized organs by any chance?
Yeah. Child-sized are preferable. Yeah, you can get even more for those.
No,
but you can't sell adult organs. Don't let anyone tell you can't sell adult organs.
Okay, I don't want us to get shut down now because I'm on Machu Picchu and there'll be no return. All right. So, okay. Next question for your non-influencers out there, because I am an influencer and I have the gram dollars. I have many, many, many millions of Instagram dollars. That's how I got to Machu Picchu in the first place. And that's how I'll get out of here. Okay. So, oology is the scientific study of what? Oology. O-L-L-O-G-Y. It's a scientific study of what, Mr. Gray?
I would like to say it is the scientific study of, that ass.
I'm quite...
I can relate to
I'm
that.
a master at that study. I'm a master.
You threw me a curve there. I was expecting you, the way you phrased it in the beginning, I thought you were going to say, I would like to phone a friend. And I was like, no, we don't do that here.
I do have my phone. I'm ready.
All right. Mr. Wayfair, please answer the question without any references to pedophilia.
Hey, we don't know anything about that over here, Wayfair. I don't know who you're talking about. We know nothing about those things.
All right. So what's the oology?
Uji, I would say it is the study of the letter O. It's very
Okay. I think you have like a rash, Tiffy. You've been sucking that COVID dick. You have a rash all over your mouth now.
No, I think it's okay.
Okay. As long as it doesn't spread through the airwaves, we'll be fine. All right.
I think oology is the study of people who mistake their Cheerios for alphabet soup.
Times
Or-
the
Because
best.
you wouldn't want to pour your almond milk into soup.
Everything just spells ooh.
Ooh.
Isn't that Cheerios?
Yeah.
What say our studio audience?
Roxy mentioned birds, study of birds.
That's one.
Yeah. Ambrosia Minge said, ew, David. Tracy, a study of orgasms. Very good guess. Kimberly McCaskey joined us. Hey, Kim. She has a great shop, Hungry Eaters. Check it out. Ambrosia Minge mentioned that your counterpart Tuesday needs a free organ for her church.
Ooh, yes. But not a Chinese organ. No.
Oh, Sarah.
If anybody took a Chinese organ at this point, let me just say they would be batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Sarah just came in. She has putting googly eyes on everything. That's good.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You called Ambrosia Amber earlier.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. She thought she had a teenage daughter she knew nothing of. Okay. So oology is the scientific study of birds' eggs.
Birds' eggs, really?
I don't know that sometimes, I don't read the answers to these because I want to be surprised like everybody else, but this game is shite. It is not that dirty. And sometimes we get things like that in here.
So, will these guys know what came first, the chicken or the egg? Or do they have the answers to this?
The child in the cabinet, that's what came first. Everybody knows that. You, of all people, should know that. I'm an influencer and I do that.
For legal reasons, I can't confirm or deny what came first, the child or the cabinet.
Okay.
Or was it the bathtub full of ice?
Ooh.
Snopes has said neither of those came first, and they clearly never lie about anything. So there you have it.
Okay, here's one for you and for your gentlemen out there. Why is Michelangelo's David said to have an anatomically small penis? What is the reason for Michelangelo's David's penis for being so small? What do you say, Mr. Wayfair?
Well, Michelangelo was a really nice guy, and he was saving some pussy for the rest of us. So that's why he gave himself a small penis.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, but Burning Man! It's going on after all. Oh my goodness! I've got everything ready. Look at me! I'm four-eyed and cowboy-hatted, and I'm influencing the world. Okay, so the reason Michelangelo's David had a small penis, say you, is because he wanted to leave some penis for other people, so he didn't give it all to David.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Okay, I don't quite understand that, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. Okay, how about you, Mr. Gray? What say you?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Why was it said that Michelangelo's David, the sculpture of David, the famous sculpture, had such an anatomically speaking, in proportion and influence-wise, his penis was rather tiny?
Well, I would just like to submit the idea that Michelangelo mastered the art of astral projection, went back in time, saw David's penis, and it was, in fact, small. So David had a small penis.
So just because it was small?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
It's
small
small because it was that way.
Yeah.
All right. The bloody lipped bitch down below. What say you? Yes, you.
I think it was meant to be a much smaller statue, and he started with the penis, And then right after he was done carving it, he was like, let's just make it a full size, thing. And then just left the penis that way.
So he had this humongous piece of marble, and he decided, I'm going to make, a little Polly Pocket sized nude man out of this humongous piece of marble. Mm-hmm. And then he changed his mind. Okay, could be. What does our people at home, what do you have to say? Burning Man, can you believe I'm here? Okay, what do you have to say?
Tony says, if you had a teeny weenie, you were perceived to be smarter. If you had a big weenie, it was less desirable. And I would say, keep telling yourself that, Tony. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I get it. Ambrosia says he was juicing, all roided up. Tracy, he wanted to keep it real, yo. I respect that. And Sarah also says steroids. Jai, Schadenfreude. It says cold that day. Roxy as well, saying it was cold.
Oh, my friend Christopher's tuned in. Hello, Christopher. I'm an influencer. If you need anything, I can influence it. Okay, look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. You're getting sleepy. Don't look straight into them. Don't look around them. Look straight into my eyes. See, it worked. Tiffy's gone. She'll do anything I say now. Okay. All right. Well, let me find this again here. Why was Michelangelo's David said to have an anatomically small penis? Because he was scared. Okay, because the whole thing is David was about to face Goliath, and Goliath was a giant, and David was scared, and that made him turtle.
He was really scared. He had a fear boner. Everyone knows
That's what it says here. I'm just reading it up. He had a fear boner, basically, not in so many words, but that's exactly what it said. He was scared because he was about to face a giant, Goliath. And so if you are about to face somebody that scares you, do you turtle, Mr. Wayfair?
No, I get fear boners, raging hard-ons.
Okay, so when the FBI comes to your door in a few moments, you're going to be hard as rock.
Rock hard.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Pants on or off?
Yeah. What's up? What was that?
Pants on or off?
I'll have the balls out, but the shaft in. Give a little.
Are you wearing pants right now? Can you stand and provide proof for it?
I am. I'm wearing shorts technically.
Oh.
But
Oh my God, he's disappearing just like the children. It's just too eerie. It's very frightening indeed. Okay, here we go. I have a problem pronouncing this name because this place has not asked for my influence. Therefore, I don't really care to learn it properly. So I'll just say at Makai Vera Veda's restaurant in Bangkok, Thailand. Instead of mince at the end of the meal, what other diners give it? So this restaurant in Bangkok in Thailand, instead of giving you mince, you know how you get mince with your check at the end of your meal, what are you given instead? Okay, Mr. Wayfair person.
I say you get one of those strip shows where the girl shoots the ping pong ball out of her hoochie.
Oh, Me Love You Long Time show. Okay, yeah. Could have one of those. What about you, Mr. Gray?
Personal experience, I would just like to say happy ending.
Happy ending? Ooh.
Happy.
He's been to Bangkok and gotten
a few times,
Hey, no judgment here. I'm an influencer. I travel. I get what I can. Oh my God, you get messier and messier. And you've got stoned aliens on your shirt, I noticed. Okay, on your blouse. What is your answer there?
Just for, I mean, I know this for fact, thanks to Mr. Wayfair down there, but it's a 12-year-old child. That's what
you get a 12-year-old child.
Or younger. Depends.
All right, what say you out there in the studio audience? You paid for tickets to this. What do you think the answer is?
Roxy says ice cream. Ambrosia Minge, a Greek person spits on them. Great callback, Ambrosia. Sarah, happy ending. Tracy, a ride on the Spanish donkey. Ooh, kinky.
Ooh.
Sarah says a fear boner.
Ooh, she could
Quite the
very well
ending.
be right.
It's quite the ending.
The FBI will be giving those out to a lot of people soon. I think Trump will be getting one of those soon. Is that it then?
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Okay. Well, at this restaurant in Bangkok, the diners are at the end of the meal, the diners are given condoms.
So close.
Old.
Very close, Mr. Gray. Very close. Very close indeed. Oh my goodness. Oh my God! I am now in Egypt. Oh my goodness!
Oh wow.
I am in the Great Pyramid. It's kind of cold, so I'm going to put on my coat. Okay. I influenced my way all the way to the Illuminati headquarters. Right here.
I'm glad you bundled up for the desert.
I did. I had to. It's kind of chilly here for an influencer. We get cold here. So I wrapped myself in Madonna.
Oh, right.
All right. Yes, and I think Mr. Wayfair, I think that's where you're going to be buried when you suicide yourself in a few days. I think we'll put you in here.
I've actually, I was thinking of getting buried in Stonehenge. That was actually more my speed.
No, that's already taken. Sorry, you don't get to choose. We choose. This is my home, the Illuminati headquarters right here, over there, over here, wherever, over there. All right. Okay, let's take a few moments to get to know our victims. I mean, our contestants. Besides not being an influencer, he's fabulous. Earl Grey, tell us about yourself. Tell people how they can find you, what you do when you're, how you aspire to be an influencer and what you're going to give me to become one. All that kind of good stuff they want to know about.
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate that I can't be such a fabulous influencer as yourself. But people can absolutely catch me, not during pandemics, in bars performing drag. For now, it's all online though. I mean, I have my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Earl Grey Tea House, where you can find me doing a bunch of crap. By the way, Tiffy, you look stunning.
Ooh, I think Earl Grey and Tiffy are gonna hook up. Oh, we made a Chuck Woolery love confession.
Would be the first time. Gotten in trouble a couple times. But yeah, you can catch me online for now because I am mostly trapped inside my home.
Earl Grey is one of the most talented drag queens, kings ever. He's a fabulous. So go look him up. Yes, he has a sexy voice too. It's not just downright. Doesn't it just make you tingle in your netherworld when it speaks?
Always. I mean, I'm always tingling, but it's just slightly more.
Well, that's because you won't put on the cream I sent. That's why you always tingle.
Thank you. It's the drugs and the smoking.
Whatever works. I'm a firm believer in that. Whatever works. All right. Well, here's a question for all you people out there. What name do we give? What's the English name to what the Germans call a doodle sack? In Germany, they call it a doodle sack. What do we in America, the home of the free, the land of the brave, the influencer heaven, what do we call that? Since we're stuck here and we'll never, ever get to be able to go to another country again, we might as well learn about them. Tiffy, what do you say?
I think it is the German term for the piece of skin in between the butthole and the genitalia. So no man's land, gooch.
Gooch.
Yeah.
The gooch. It's the taint.
The taint.
So it's got to be the gooch. What do you say, Mr. Gray?
I would like to scoot slightly further on the anatomy from Tiffy and say testicle.
It's the testicles. Okay, Mr. Wayfair? Can you say it in adult language, please?
Yes. I would say a doodle sack is a hair doll made of pubic hair. That's what I would say.
A hair doll made of pubic hair. Okay, people at home, what do you have to say? Time for you to to chime in, as it were. I'm an influencer. I'm in Egypt. I'm collecting money. I'm collecting influence. I will keep it for myself. Go ahead.
Sarah says scrotum.
It's good.
Roxy says, I think a bagpipe, which I think is a very good guess, actually.
I've always wondered, I don't mean to break into this, but I always wondered, what was the first person who made a bagpipe thinking? Well, he just got done screwing the sheep, and he was like, well, what? I bet if you poke holes in that bladder and put these little hollow reeds by the swamp in it, and I blow into it, it'll make glorious music.
It must have also been a pandemic. They were really bored. So, anything to keep themselves amused.
It was pre-influencers. This is how they entertain each other before you guys came into the...
Okay.
Maybe he was playing a flute and he was like, how do I fuck this up? How do I make this worse?
Well, it was a Scottish man out in the fields all alone. And so we knew what he was doing first with that bladder. Okay, well, so what else do we have from the...
Ambrosia says it's a Muslim bag made for collecting dingleberries from the ass of royalty. Very oddly specific. Oddly specific.
That's a contender for the winner so far, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say that's winning.
That sounds like personal experience.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a story behind that. That sounds like a horror tale. Ambrosia Minge has some questions, has a comments for you, the influencer. Is it me, or does our influencer host sound like she graduated from an elocution school run by Margaret Dumont from the Marx Brothers movies?
What was the woman's name?
Margaret Dumont.
Oh, she said the secret word. Oh, she wins the prize. She said the secret word. All right, that's just an inside joke for people who are old and grew up on television and know what the Marx Brothers is. Go ahead. Is anybody else here?
Kimberly says, sorry, I'm late. I caught the tail end of the Illuminati part. Why we change subjects? We change subjects every 2 to 3 minutes. That's what we do here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I ask a different question every time, and we give you a chance to... All right. So what was the question again? Now I have to find it because I get sidetracked. I'm influencing, and it takes a lot of energy and time to influence. Okay. What was the question? Was a doodle sack, correct?
Yeah, doodle sack.
Okay. So a doodle sack it's the German word for bagpipes.
Wow. Nailed it.
Yes, it happens. It happens. People get nailed.
I never thought bagpipes would be anticlimactic.
Let's take a moment and find out about Tiffy Twister and the rash all over her face. Tiffy, tell us about you. Tell everybody about you and what's going on with you in life. And that was just my God! I'm so influenced all of a sudden. I'm full of influence. I want to hear.
Well, besides being under the influence, I am a burlesque performer, and I produce the show WTF Lesque with Brandy Snifter, who has also been on this lovely game show. But we're not doing anything right now because, I'm pretty sure the bar that we usually perform at is ground zero for this virus.
It is.
It is, yeah. But otherwise, we're trying to figure something out to keep entertaining as WTF Lesque. Otherwise, we send people out delivering weed, so we are essential employees right now. So
if you need weed, call them. They will get it to you. It'll be wonderful. You're like the best weed ever, I think. And I don't smoke, so.
Oh, influencer. Where'd you go?
I'm right here. I'm in transit.
Is that a UFO behind you?
Yes, I'm in. There we go. I've landed. Okay. I was transported by aliens to my new location because an influencer. I'm an influencer of the universe. Everybody comes to me.
Do you take those Malaysian airplane flights to your location? Is that what happened?
I take what?
Those Malaysian air flights. Gotta watch out for those.
Yes, well, it's Epstein's log, star date, whatever. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I'm just going to lay here, and I'm falling up away from Epstein Island just to be able to keep a look on it. And I'm not actually on the island, so they can't bust me. I've thought of everything. All right.
Does it look familiar, Wayfair guy?
What is trisomiophilia? It's collecting something. I'll give you that hint. What is it collecting? Trisomiophilia. TYROSEMIOPHILLIA. What do you think, Mr. Wayfair man?
I would say it is. I think it's some sort of like cholesterol thing.
It's the hobby of collecting cholesterol?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, whatever turns you on, it's Epstein's Island, so I'm not going to be judging you.
I mean,
I'm going to be judging you from afar, actually. But
I've heard that there's certain rumors that certain elite members of the government, have rituals with cholesterol. All heard. I can't confirm anything.
Okay. And what about you, Bloody Lip?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, okay. I think that it is collecting expired bottles of prescription drugs.
Ooh, I must suffer from that. I have so many. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. What do you think, Mr. Gray?
What's the word called again?
Trisomiophilia.
Jesus Christ.
Collecting Jesus Christ?
Try so hard to figure out what the fuck that means. I think it is the hobby of collecting. That might be one of the weirdest fucking words I've ever heard in my life. Hobby of collecting. Say it one more time. I don't.
I'm going to say it one more time, but you must answer quickly, sir, please. I can hear the FBI helicopters circling overhead.
Oh.
Okay. I think and all I've had to eat for 4 days is a cheese sandwich. So that's all I've. Okay. Trisomiophilia.
Should have packed more almonds. Yeah. That is the hobby of collecting shitty answers. I have no answers for this one.
Shitty answers. Okay.
Like
What do our people out in the La La Land say?
Roxy says collecting bones. Also copy of mine.
Good
Tracy says collecting the spit of Greeks. Good callback, Tracy. Ambrosia collecting toenails. Very kinky. And Ambrosia mentioned that you look like you're at the fire festival.
He caught it right on. I am eating. That's all I had to eat was a cheese sandwich. The fire festival takes place that's Epstein's Island. This is the Fire Fest.
Yeah. Oh, Sarah just chimed in. Collecting hair from strangers for witchcraft. Very kinky.
That's really fun, especially if the strangers don't know you're collecting it.
It's the only way to do it, really.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what it is. Trisomiophilia is okay. It's the hobby of collecting cheese labels. The labels from cheese. It's a real thing.
That is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard, and I've heard some weird things.
I think it's the most disgusting. And you know why I think it's the most disgusting? Because it is the most banal thing I've ever heard. And anybody who has such a boring hobby that has no influence to it is disgusting and needs to be booted off the island.
Just throw that card away.
Yeah. Who hurt them as children? Who hurt you?
I didn't know. It's just so many. It's just so
Well, in
much.
several years, the answer will be Wayfair.
Yeah, I was gonna say you look kind of familiar from when I was 12. Maybe it was you.
No comment.
So the the Aborigines in Australia,
I heard
in
about.
ancient Aboriginal times, when somebody had rheumatism, they were made to stand in what for 30 hours? They had to stand in something for 30 hours for rheumatism. What was it? Tiffy.
I'm gonna say a kangaroo's pouch.
Could be. I don't know till I read that. So what do you say, Mr. Gray?
I'm gonna say some fresh hot jizz.
And well, after 30 hours, it wouldn't be so hot. So that must have been a bukkake session as well. So I think
There were lots of people involved.
I think I have a spot on the rheumatism. Aborigines. Well,
It takes a whole village.
I've got rheumatism. Can you kill me? What do you say, Mr. About to go into an FBI cell on suicide watch?
I mean, I've heard the a great cool cure for rheumatism is virgin's blood. That's what I've heard.
So they had to stand 30 hours in virgin's blood.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, I'm not against it. I'm just, I'd rather have the Earl Grey rheumatism cure, I think. But it's just a choice. Everything's a choice. All right, what do we say at home?
Ambrosius says in line at the DMV. Tracy standing back, Guano. Ace Ventura fan over there. Sarah says a Wayfair cupboard.
Yeah.
Sneaky Sarah, you're sneaky. Someone's been Googling.
Somebody's been Googling about $14,000 cupboard.
Someone's been on Google.
Ooh.
Naughty. Roxy says in ice.
Okay, so ancient Aboriginal cure for rheumatism was to stand inside a dead whale carcass for 30 hours.
Wow.
So they went and they stood inside a dead whale carcass for 30 hours. And, I would rather get jizzed upon, but it's just a personal choice.
I think that's a different kink than my answer, but
I think so.
So did Pinocchio just have rheumatism?
Yeah.
And then when he escaped from the whale, it was cured?
Was that who?
Pinocchio.
yeah.
Pinocchio was in a whale? I thought that was Jonah.
I think
Well,
both-
that too, but...
There was a lot of people that had rheumatism back then. That whale was crowded. That whale was more crowded than a 30% off Wayfair cupboard.
But didn't work.
How crowded those whales were. Oh my goodness. Are we having fun or are we influencing? I think we're doing both.
Dude, what type what type of crack, what were you smoking? Like, you know what? Hang on that whale for 30 hours. That'll cure your rheumatism.
Yeah, it was just kind of, what it was? It's the doctors at the time were people like you and I, Cyrus, who just couldn't deal with idiots anymore. And somebody came up and goes, I got the rheumatiz. What do I do? Just fucking go and stand inside that whale. I don't have time for you. I don't have the time for you. Go stand inside that whale. Get away. I'm about ready to fuck my partner. I don't do house calls. Get inside the whale. All right, so here's an interesting one, or maybe not, because I don't know the answer and it could be a piece of shit like some of them are. But what job was performed by the office of the groom of the stool for Henry VIII? What job did the groom of the stool do for Henry VIII? Wayfair man.
Okay. Can I get some clarity on what the groom of the stool is? Is some guy married to shit? Like, what is this?
That's what I'm asking. What job did he do? The groom of the stool.
I think he walked the king's stool down the toilet pipe.
Okay. He walked the stool down the toilet pipe. Miss Twister.
Having just come from England.
What a coincidence. I just came too.
And having my vacation interrupted by the pandemic. And I actually really think that the groom of the stool really did clean his poop in a toilet that I actually saw. It was a Tudor toilet, and it was pretty much just a hole in a plank of wood above a giant ditch. So I think that is really what it was.
Okay, that's quite a lot for one vacation. Usually on my vacations I just drink, but you do you, Mr. Gray.
I would also like to submit a poop-related answer and say they were the official ass wiper.
Official what?
Ass wiper.
Ass wiper. Okay. What about at home? People at home.
Roxy says cleaning the bathroom. Ambrosia Minge says the groom of the stool had the job that was cool. The flagon with the dragon has the brew that is true. Ambrosia
And the
Mars
pestle with the vessel.
coming with the bars over there.
Maybe wait to drop that mixtape.
That's a Dan.
Ambrosia's on SoundCloud right now.
Yeah. So
Tracy.
supposedly- Go ahead.
Tracy said, make sure the king's shits were exemplary.
Exemplary, just like my influencing is exemplary. Is that what we have for people?
We got one more. Sarah said ass wiping. And Roxy is feeling influenced right now. So you're doing a good job, influencer.
Oh, I'm back in Hollywood. I'm local, okay?
I'm
Ooh,
feeling under the influence.
ooh, she's got the good stuff, the Jamesons. All right. Okay, I'm now influencing people in 1942 Hollywood, so stay tuned. Okay, the answer to the job that was performed by the groom of the stool of Henry VIII is helping the king poop. Now, I don't know what they mean by helping. It wasn't like, it could be ass wiping. I'm not sure if it was cleaning the plank. It could have been like, pushing on his stomach to force it out, or it could have been, yes, it could have been lubing it up. I don't know. But it was helping the king poop.
You think he did bidet services? You think he just spit water in there like a bidet?
Yeah, I think there was, a gentleman or lady in waiting underneath that just had water, and they just kind of like were a fountain and just spit it up through. And then, the townspeople mistook that person for a fountain and threw coins at them for good luck. And it just was all a thing,
Is that what they call it? Because I think I've done that before.
Threw coins at people who were acting as human bidets. I think you probably have done that.
I was the one with the coins getting thrown at him.
It's it's good. You got to make money somehow. It's all good. I influence, you bidet. It's all good. There's a job for everybody. That was a good one. I feel so refreshed.
See? There's a reason people call me.
I'm so refreshed. Oh, Mr. Wayfair, do you have anything to say about yourself before we ask one or two more questions and move on with life?
I would say you could find me on TikTok. I recommend finding me on TikTok at Cyrus Airport. But what I recommend you not doing is Googling Wayfair child trafficking. Do not do that. It's not interesting. You don't want to do that. So
No, because you'll get arrested for it.
exactly.
They'll come to your door. They'll be wearing masks and they'll handcuff you from 6 feet away.
And then you'll end up having suicide. It's not a good thing.
I think Tiffany's already doing it. I think the police are coming. I think she's texting it now. I think she's on TikTok looking for it. Wayfair website. Oh, so we have it. Okay. All right. It's a thing. It's a thing. We knew it was a thing. All right. Let me find this. We'll get the next question going. How many times its own body length can a barnacle's penis stretch? A barnacle. Barnacles are those sea creatures that attach under vessels. How many times its own body length can its penis stretch out to? Since you're used to dealing with small penis getting into larger areas, let's go ahead, Mr. Wayfair.
Thank you. I am an expert in that. And I would say, I think it's 10 times.
10
pretty
times its
impressive.
own size the barnacle's penis is. I think I just made a haiku.
Yeah.
Mr. Gray.
I don't know if I'd go as far as 10 times, but I have heard that they are mostly penis, so I would like to say 3 times.
3 times its own size, because a barnacle is nothing but a penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing but a bunch of dicks.
All right, all right. I don't even know what to say to you anymore. You look so forlorn. You look like I don't know if the one of the twins from The Shining became a cannibal. That's what you remind me of right now.
That's
So
better. They
please,
look happier.
yeah, a little bit, tad. You need some influencing, but we'll work on that. What do you think the answer is?
I don't know how many times, but I think it's actually several times the length of the Earth.
Oh, so like what? How many? Several? 2, 3, 800?
Yeah, the Earth's pretty big, so maybe just a couple times around the Earth.
Twice the circumference of the Earth, which is not a real answer because we all know the Earth is flat and there is no circumference. Silly girl.
That's why
Okay.
sometimes you just randomly see, barnacle dicks flying by.
I've been at Hollywood parties and seen many a barnacle dick fly by me. What do you think at home? What does the at-home people think?
Ambrosia says it depends on whether he is scared because he's fighting a giant. That's a good, important variable.
Very, very good point of order.
Yeah. Roxy says 4 times. Ambrosia also asked Barnacle Bill the Sailor.
That's the one.
Tracy says 3.
All right. I got it. Here we are.
Oh, we have one
Sometimes
more.
I lose the question.
Sarah also says 3.
3 or more than enough to put any drunk. More than enough to put any drunk frat boy to shame. We all know that. Okay. How many times its own body length can a barnacle's penis stretch? 8. 8
Ooh.
times its own length.
Frightening, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean
Here's
Barnacle
the thing,
vagina
it's
has
8
this
times
massive-
its own length. There's 5 letters in the word penis. 8 plus 5 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. And that's Illuminati because 3 plus 1 is 4. It's 1 away from 3. The triangle, it's Illuminati. Barnacles rule us all.
I have a question. Does it mean like barnacle pussies are just massive as well?
No, not necessarily. But I don't have that answer here. That's something maybe TikTok can answer for you, since you all know so much.
I'll ask the kids. They'll see what they say.
Ask the kids in TikTok. Okay.
Ambrosia actually says that Tiffy is writing that good Barnacle D at this very moment. Is that true?
I don't know if it's appropriate for me to say, but I'll just say she's half right.
I like that. A lot of mystery.
Which part's right, the barnacle or the dick part?
Yeah.
It's for me to know and for no one to find out.
I'm looking for a question here. Sorry, I got lost here in my cards.
It's that Barnacle D. Make it
The
lose your mind.
Barnacle D has really got me. Caught me going. It's really got me down.
Barnacle D make you lose everything. End up living up in the ocean. In the pineapple.
You know what else I heard makes you lose everything? I don't know. Selling cabinets for $20,000.
Oh no,
Hey,
that's
hey.
normal. That's influence.
Yeah,
It's called. That's just the way the world is.
Come on.
I've gotten
Got it.
many of those expensive cabinets myself for free because I'm an influencer. Okay. The male alligator has the honor of having a one-of-a-kind penis. What makes it so distinctive? What makes the male alligator's penis so distinctive that it's one of a kind? Okay, with those alligator eyes, Mr. Gray, answer us, please.
The alligator dick is distinctive because it is covered in scales and notched slightly at the tip. Don't ask me how I know this.
Scaly and notchy. Notchy and scaly. That's like, I don't know. Is that like Garfunkel and Oates, the new comedy duo, Notchy and Scaly? Miss Twister, what say you?
Just like its mouth, it also has a massive row of teeth.
Massive row of teeth. Okay. What about you, Wayfair Man?
The alligator penises look great as shoes.
That's why it's distinctive. It's because they look good as shoes.
Yeah, no other penis looks good as a shoe. Alligator.
Okay. All right. What about at home? Anybody at home know what what's going on with the alligator peni?
Tracy says it can whistle the baby elephant walk. I don't know what that means. But
Wait,
like,
I did not quite catch that. You said that quickly.
it can whistle the baby elephant walk.
That's
Ooh.
how it lures baby elephants into its trap.
Oh my.
I don't know what's going on, but I like it. Roxy says it bends to the left, as many good penis does.
Mm.
And that's all we have for now.
Okay, the male alligator has one of a kind penis. It's one of a kind because it's distinctive because it is permanently erect. It's like the Viagra never wore off. You can't call a doctor after 4 hours. There's no calling the doctor. There's no assistance. It's always hard. No wonder that fucking thing is so angry all the time.
Yeah.
If
I have a
you
lot
meet
more in
any-
common.
If you meet any, tell it to call me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a lot more in common with alligators than I thought.
We're gonna get some alligator blood. Will that give you a Viagra? Will that give you a pony?
Maybe that's what they put in Viagra.
Yes, alligator blood.
I have Viagra. Do you need some Viagra? I bootleg it here. I'm selling bootleg Viagra that I make in my bathtub, Mr. Gray. If you need some, please.
Talk about
I
Viagra.
can tell you a gallon. I found the recipe. It's nothing but one third tequila, 1/3 cocaine, and 1/3 Fix-A-Flat. And I have a bathtub full of it. I'd be happy to sell you a gallon or two during these difficult times that we're going through.
Of course. Thank you. I greatly appreciate the help.
My pleasure. I'm an influencer. It would only cost you 4 times the normal rate because I'm an influencer and you're my friend. So that's how we work.
Of course.
All right. We have one more. And then we're going to announce who was the funniest, who won in our studio audience. So what has been drunk by patients undergoing urophagia therapy since ancient times to make them feel healthier? It's a therapy that's been going on since ancient times called urophagia. What do they drink to make them healthier? Mr. Gray.
Urophagia, you said?
Urophagia therapy.
Okay. Well, I was having discussion with Mr. Wayfair earlier, and I would just like to say that, not to say anything about personal experience, but, I just, I feel like the therapy had something to do with bathing in the blood of small children.
Okay, small children's blood.
Overheard
What say
it.
you? Looks like you've eaten a small child there, Tiffy. What say you?
Well, it's right in the name, Euro. So it's urine.
You're in
It's
Euro. No, Euro could be European, but there's P in that word, so there you
European.
go.
Children.
It's Euro P. That's what they've been drinking.
What do you say, Mr. Wayfair?
Well, anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of the movie Waterworld. So I'm gonna go with P on this one.
Ping, ping. What about at home? People at home.
Tracy says bat blood and ox bile. Ambrosia says the insides of a fetid whale.
After 30 days, I would say.
Roxy also says P. Sarah with the callback to Greek spit.
Are we ready for the answer?
I think we're ready.
It is urine. You're absolutely correct, everybody. It is urophagia is urine therapy. They've been drinking piss to make them healthier. Oh, I don't know what's going on with these people. Obviously, they did not utilize the ancient Instagrams properly to be able to get free things because everybody would know that it's not urine. It's sperm. It's other people's sperm.
I
All
told
right,
you.
well, we'll be back here. Now everybody has had the Venmo here. So you people, give. We're poor people, we're entertainers. Tip accordingly. You can tip, the Venmo Tuesday Tea at Nina/Minelli, Earl Grey Tea House, Cyrus Naderpour. Tip. Help us keep going. You can find me influencing all over, but if you need that Charlatan Tuesday, you can find her at Tuesday Thomas, comedian on Facebook, or at Mama Warned Me on Instagram, and Freak Show LA, Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. We'll be back on the 30th. We'll have Ray Light as one of our guests. I'm not sure who the other one will be yet. But we'll be back. Well, Gray, any last parting words for anybody? Oh, that's quite a tongue. I'm influenced. I'm so influenced, I'm wet. How about you, Nina?
Always.
Always. That's her
Basement
final word.
flooded.
She's just flooded. How about you before they take you off in shackles?
I say go to wayfair.com. There's a free sale. We're giving away all cabinets for half off.
I hope the insides of the cabinets are complete, though.
Oh, they'll be complete. All right.
Okay. I don't want half a child. Oops, did I say that? All right. Bye, everybody. Go